نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam has said, Sadaqah does not cause a decrease in wealth, and to forgive an offender enhances the honor of the forgiver. Whoever humbles himself for the pleasure of Allah, he is exalted by Allah Ta'ala. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Sadaqah does not cause a decrease in wealth. To forgive an offender enhances the honor of the forgiver, and whoever humbles himself for the pleasure of Allah, he is exalted by Allah. هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما نقصت صدقة من مال وما زاد عبد بعفو إلا عفوا وما وضع أحد لله رفعه رواه مسلم. This hadith contains three subjects. On the face of it, giving sadaqah causes reduction in wealth, but in fact this is not so. Reduction means for something to become less. Its returns and recompense are sure in the Akhirah, as has been made abundantly clear by all the ayat and quotations mentioned. There is also compensation in this life, which is indicated in ayat number 14 above, and further clarified in ayat 20. Moreover, under the same ayah, several sayings of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam confirming all that. Under a hadith at number 2 above, it has been stated that two angels daily offer dua, O Allah, compensate those who spend and bring ruin to those who withhold. The Allahu anhu says that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam did three things on oath, and a special one, he said, was to be noted and preserved. The first one was that wealth would never become less by giving sadaqah. The second was that an oppressed person, by remaining patient, would be honored on that account. That when a person begs something from someone, Allah Ta'ala opens for him the gate of poverty. He then said that he was going to tell something which must be especially remembered, namely that there are four of people in the world. Firstly, those whom Allah grants knowledge as well as wealth. Due to their knowledge, they fear Allah when spending their wealth and do not spend it against Allah's dictates. They fulfill the needs of their kinsfolk and spend rightly on good and deeds. They are the ones held in high esteem. Secondly, the one who is granted knowledge but no wealth. He has the intention and longing to spend like if he had wealth. This one receives the same reward for his intention alone. The third, he who is devoid of knowledge but possesses wealth, which he spends recklessly and lavishly on amusements and lustful pursuits. He does not fear Allah in spending, nor cares for his kith and kin, and is extravagant with his money. He will be in the vilest conditions in the Akhirah. The fourth one is the person whom Allah Ta'ala has not granted any wealth nor any knowledge, but he thinks of doing the same as the third one, if he had the wealth to spend. Due to his intentions, his punishment will be like or will be the same as for the person mentioned at number 3. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu has quoted Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam to have said that sadaqah does not decrease one's wealth. When a person extends his hand to give sadaqah, it passes into the sacred hand of Allah Ta'ala before that of the beggar, which means divine acceptance of his sadaqah. And whoever begs without the actual need for it, Allah Ta'ala opens for him the gate to poverty. So by sadaqah we mean charity. Just charity in general. Qais ibn Sila Ansari radiallahu anhu says that when his brothers complained to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam that he was extravagant and spent money unnecessarily, Qais Ansari said that he took his own share from the garden and spent it as sadaqah, or used it for providing food to his visitors. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam patted his chest and said, "Go on spending," repeating the words 3 times. Allah Ta'ala will spend on you. So he said, "Go on spending, go on spending, go on spending. Allah will take care of you." Qais Ansari radiallahu anhu further said that after some time, when he went on jihad, he had his own riding beast and possessed more money than all his relatives. That is, in spite of his liberal spending. He had far more money than those who were too careful to spend liberally. Jabir radiallahu anhu said that once Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam addressed the people and said, "My people, seek Allah's forgiveness before death overtakes you. Make haste in doing virtuous deeds lest you get busy in other things. Establish relationship with Allah Ta'ala by excessive remembrance and by secret and open sadaqah in abundance. That would bring you ample provision and would bring you Allah Ta'ala's help and a compensation for your losses." Another hadith commands us to seek Allah's help for increase in our means of livelihood through sadaqah. So seek Allah's help in increasing our means of livelihood through sadaqah, through giving away money, by giving sadaqah. So we're having a little drama going on here. One of the kids is saying, giving away sadaqah. The kid said, like me. The other kids are like, oh, just like you, you hoard all of the nice desserts. Just like that. I'm happy that Abdullah is enjoying. You know what's up with little siblings. You know what's up. That's right. Another hadith says that sadaqah causes an increase in wealth. Abdurrahman ibn Auf radiallahu anhu says that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "I swear by Allah who has control on my life to three things. I swear about three things. One, sadaqah does not reduce your wealth, so give much. Second, when a person becomes victim of an outrage and he forgives the oppressor, Allah Ta'ala will exalt his honor on the Day of Judgment. Third, when a person takes to begging, Allah Ta'ala will open for him the gate to poverty." Abu Salma radiallahu anhu has also reported Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam as saying, "Sadaqah does not reduce wealth, so do give sadaqah." Sadaqah does not reduce wealth obviously means that the return for it promptly comes from Allah Ta'ala. Habib Ajami rahmatullah alayhi was a famous saint. His wife needed flour for bread and went to the neighbor's house for bringing a little fire. Meanwhile, a beggar came and Habib rahmatullah alayhi gave away the available flour to him. When she returned with fire and found the flour missing, she asked her husband about it, who replied that it had been sent to be baked into bread. She did not believe him, and on further questioning, he at last told her that he had given it away as sadaqah. She said, Allah be glorified. You should have known that there was no more flour in the house for the family to eat. What are we going to do without it? While she was talking, a man came in with a large bowl full of meat and plenty of bread. She exclaimed, "How quickly the bread has been baked and the meat is an addition." Such incidents occur very often, but due to our lack of correct relationship with Allah Ta'ala, we do not notice or realize how a certain thing came to us as a blessing for something that we had spent. We usually take such things as chance happenings, whereas they are a return for what we have spent. So, just going through this, we see how many times, in how many different incidents, and to how many Sahaba Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that sadaqah does not decrease wealth. Job. ठीक से. See that how many times that Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said it, and this is what is demanded from us, that our iman should be on what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, what Allah has said. This is the reality. And even if we do not see it immediately, we see that people say numbers don't lie. Well, the numbers have to be proper, and then they might tell the correct story, or they might not tell the whole story. See that you're giving and your numbers are decreasing. Extend the scope and you'll see that, oh, actually the numbers went up again. Where did that increase come from? Well, Prophet ﷺ said that sadaqah will not decrease wealth. And he said it on multiple occasions. So even though we might not fully grasp it, but we see it, and we will see it. And the more we give, the more we will see. The less we will give, we'll have these theories cooking in our head that, if I give, I'm going to lose $10. If I give, I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose. That's a theory. You put it to empirical, experimentation. Give in sadaqah. You will see that the money will increase. You will see that Allah will not cause decrease. How will He give increase? Will it be with money? Okay, I can't guarantee it'll be money, but Allah will give. And all of these other things that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, these things which seem counterintuitive. That the person who forgives an oppression against him, he will be honored. He is being insulted, he's being put down. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying that you forgive that, you let it go. You let it go, and Allah will honor you. How? You just allow this person to say whatever he has to say and to oppress you and to do wrong. But you forgave and say, you know what? I'm not going to, inshallah, may Allah forgive you. And hopefully Allah will forgive me too. And Allah will honor you. And then lastly, the other promise that he made. What was the third one? Oof. The one who humbles himself for the sake of Allah, Allah will honor him. Allah will elevate him. The one who puts him down, puts himself down. Man tawada'a lillah. The one who humbles himself for the sake of Allah, Allah will elevate him. He will look to put himself down and to make himself small. That no, I'm not big, I'm nothing, I'm no one that important, but Allah will make him important in the eyes of people. So these are all counterintuitive, but the person who humbles himself, he will see that he attains such a level of acceptance in the eyes of people. People say, he's putting himself down, but we know his real potential. We know his true value. So all of these things, may Allah give us tawfiq to bring it into our lives. And one of the qualities of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was that he was generous. And Sahaba said that he was very generous. He would never say no to anyone. Anyone who asked, anyone who begged him for anything, he would never say no to them. But in Ramadan, he became even more generous. So inshallah, we should also try to increase our generosity in this Ramadan. We will see that our wealth is not decreasing. As Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has promised us on multiple occasions, our wealth will, Allah will give some increase in the manner, in the mode that He sees fit. May Allah give us tawfiq to take from His treasures and become from the people who believe in the unseen. And like we'll say again and reiterate many times, these are qualities that Allah demands from us in the beginning of the Quran to attain taqwa. الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. They believe in the unseen. وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ. They establish salat. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. And from what we have given, they spent. So first of all, recognizing that this wealth was Allah's, from Allah in the first place, and then spending that wealth. If we do that, inshallah, these are a couple of the qualities required for us to attain the taqwa, to fully benefit from the Quran. May Allah give us these qualities. May Allah make us from those who are muttaqeen. May Allah give us tawfiq to benefit from the Quran. May Allah give us tawfiq to attain all these things that Allah demands from us in this blessed month of Ramadan. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallah wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Salamun ala al-mursalin. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu